Just another day of gamer depression, my friend. I think I'm gonna play a bit of TF2. Actually, nah. How about RimWorld? Well, nah, I'm still burnt out after playing for 6 months straight last year. This is truly the worst situation to be in. I got all these fucking epic video games, but none of them entice me into a playthrough. If only there was a cool game for someone like me, a fan of strategy games who also wants to experience cool lore for me to feel badass about while I play. Now, if you got some level of gaming knowledge, you probably know that Hearts of Iron 4 has its own level of baggage? Either you're thinking Hearts of Iron, isn't that the game made by Paradox, a publisher that's infamous for hosting the most DLC happy games in the entire industry? Or, I already am a radicalized. What do I need Hearts of Iron for? And to that I say, just stick with me for a bit. I don't know what to say if you're a LARPer, but if you're intimidated by the amount of DLC, let me tell you that to have a playthrough that's absolutely fucking amazing, you don't need more than the starter edition. Since we're not going to really play the game itself. Instead, we're skipping all that gay real-life World War II history shit that I slept through during high school and head straight for the cool shit that's worth reading books about. Alternate history fiction. Look at this shit. Look at this wide catalog of epic scenarios that the community has for you to play. And I say scenarios, but what I really mean is total conversions, because this is what these mods are, really. Each and every single thumbnail you're looking at, or most of them at least, is a whole ass total conversion mod, with custom countries, mechanics, and lore. And fucking damn is there lore. If you're a LARPer, I hope you didn't click off, because what if I told you you could play as the Führer during his waning years after winning the Second World War? How about leading the Japanese Empire and their extensive influence on the Eurasian region of the world? You can do this with the New Order. This mod in specific has a reputation for being absolutely brutal in how hopeless and cruel things can get, but I can tell you're interested. In this mod, fucking anything can happen, mostly in Europe, Africa, and Asia, but anything can happen. Wanna destroy the world in order to ensure complete German domination? Or complete German destruction? You can do that. Wanna fuck Russia up so bad it becomes a Satanist state led by Andrei Chikatilo, a guy who fucked wounds? You can do that. Wanna become the first fully functioning anarchist state? You can do that too. Quick note, if you get this mod you should try out the Siberian Black League. The way I learned to play this game was by playing this shit, failing, and trying again, over and over until I got a cool ending and a degree in guerrilla warfare. Back to the video. All of that and more crimes against humanity are all within your grasp. I only mentioned possibilities in Russia and Europe. Just imagine the type of wicked fucked up shit you can do in places like the state of Guangdong. Is that still a little too close to real life history for you to be interested? A man after my own heart. A true gamer, I presume. How about changing the political landscape of the USA within the world of Fallout? It's the year 2200 and something, and only you can bring order to this fucked up wasteland, my friend. Just look at this dandy map. So many factions for you to play and interact with. This is a video about Hearts of Iron, so of course I've got to mention that you can play as leader of Caesar's Legion, eh? You're loving this already, aren't you? No? Well, how about the New California Republic? Just look at this focus tree. Another quick note, Hearts of Iron has this mechanic called focus trees, which are like a way of enforcing roleplay of your nation. These are like the main narrative devices you got to go through in order to win a playthrough, and are cooler than I'm describing them as, and they can be pretty interesting ways of following the plot of whatever country you're playing as, regardless of the mod. Still too big? How about just as the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood? Or maybe you don't even want to play as a faction that's seen in the games, right? Let's see, you can play as Heaven's Gate? Like the Suicide Cult? Fucked up if you ask me. What, you're still not into anything? Hard to please, aren't you? I can tell what you really want, don't even say it, I won't judge. I used to be a juggalo, don't you know? You don't have to say it, so I'll just bring out the really fucked up shit for you. Equestria at war. Let's check this shit out, my friend. You've got 3 continents. Here's the Nazi ponies and what? You wanted the Metro mod? I'm not going to launch another mod. You know how fucking long it takes for Hearts of Iron to open? Fuck it. All of that shit I just mentioned, the New Order, Old World Blues, Equestria at War, the Metro mod, they're all shit. Absolute fucking dookie compared to my Moti of this year and every single year. You ready for this shit? No, you're not. Don't fucking lie to me. I'm going to give it to you anyways though. Heart of Minecraft. If you had cum in your balls, it's now on the floor. Don't be ashamed, because I knew it was going to happen. 2 continents and a bunch of islands in between. This is the world we're in, my friend. To the west you've got the Southern Player Empire, led by humans who have dominated these lands for much of their history. However, there's reports that there's nether portals popping out of nowhere, and the nations made up of hostile mobs seem to be preparing for a grand battle in the coming days. To the east, the fears of the west become reality. At one point, Herobrine walked these lands, leading a war that tore this half of the world asunder. All that's left are a few enclaves of civilization and the remains of a fallen kingdom. Beyond that, the hordes of mobs are far too many to count. Of course, if you got anything close to genitalia, you'll play as Herobrine's cohort, a badass nation that is led by an evil chosen one. Or, if you follow the right path in its focus tree, Herobrine himself. Now this is some epic fucking evil shit. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this mod. But truly, all mods I've mentioned and far more that I'm not competent enough to properly tell you about are as well. I'm not even gonna play with the whole should you buy this game thing, because I truly do believe that you should. Of course, wait for a discount, because then you can get the starter pack which has most if not all of the DLC needed to play most of these mods. But the thing is that besides Minecraft, Garry's Mod and RimWorld, Hearts of Iron is another name up there when it comes to games with such massive and cool modding scenes that the modding scene itself becomes more of a selling point than the game itself. So yeah, check it out.